And welcome back. A very cool fundraiser is going to be taking place very soon. It's happening Thursday, October 13th, and it's called the second annual Their Time for Care cocktail reception. There's a reason why they're doing it, because something's happening at the Queensway Carleton Hospital. With this right now, the Deputy Mayor of Ottawa, City Councillor as well for Bay Ward, Mr. Mark Taylor.
How are you, sir?
Good afternoon. Good to see you. Okay. And Melanie Adams, who's the President. It's a big title. It's up there with Deputy Mayor, you know, and a CEO at the Queensway Carleton Hospital Foundation.
Thank you.
So, Mark, obviously, this is the second year we've been fundraising for something very important, and what is that exactly?
Well, and you know, speaking to the choir, because thank you so much, Dylan, for coming last year and being our MC. This is really our effort to try to get some people together, raise a little bit of money for Queensway Carleton Hospital Foundations or Queensway Carleton Hospital's acute care for the elderly unit. And I'm wearing my I'm an ACE ambassador button today, and we're trying to raise money but also tell the story about the wonderful unit being built at the Queensway Carleton Hospital to serve our very rapidly aging population in Ottawa.
Okay. So Melanie, when did you decide that this was definitely something needed? How long ago are we going back here?
So I think about 3 years ago, the need has been evident for a much greater time than that, but we had the new wing in the hospital that it was a perfect opportunity. We had a shelled-in space, and we had an aging population that needed to have special care and consideration because the majority of the patients that are coming into the hospital through our emergency department are much older. And so this really is transforming how we deliver care to that population.
Okay. And obviously this fundraiser brings some people out. People get excited because $10,000 was raised last year.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were really blessed last year. We're hoping, of course, to beat that this year, but it's a great opportunity for folks to come out, have a few drinks, socialize with each other. We'll have some nice music and get to hear some really heartfelt stories. Last year, one of the ladies who came and shared her story about how the care at Queensway Carleton had impacted her life, you know, in the facilities that they have currently. And when she talked about what having the ACE facilities would mean to people, it was just really heartfelt and touching, and it really got people, you know, right there.
Yeah.
So, so the opportunity to have some folks out, have some fun,
yeah.
But you know, spend your evening helping out for a good cause.
And you guys are actually celebrating this year. It's been 40 years.
We are 40 years this year. 1976, the hospital opened, and we were saying earlier, there was a lot of community support back in 1976 that really helped to facilitate the opening of this hospital. And that population, 40 years later, are those that need our care now. So their time has come, for sure.
Okay. Mark, so an evening like this is necessary because even though, and congratulations, I guess this is opening up the day after, you still need funds. You still need that money.
Right, yeah, and it's you know, the province certainly and the government, the provincial government funds the hospital for these kinds of things, but they don't fund 100%. And there's a big share that's still left on the hospital's shoulders and the community's shoulders to fundraise. Queensway Carleton Hospital has also always been the little hospital that could, not so little anymore. But as Melanie said, it was really built from community desire and community money. And so we want to keep that tradition going and make sure that this hospital serves this community as it has done so well for many years.
Okay, so Melanie, this section of the hospital, as you're mentioning, it's obviously for seniors, but what makes it different from the rest of the hospital?
I think if you, the best way to look at this is the acute care of the elderly unit will be for our elderly population what CHEO is for children. So if you think about specialized care, you think about height appropriate toilet seats, you think about railings throughout the hallways. It's also a comprehensive care team that will be taking care of a particular patient. We know now through research that the longer a senior languishes in bed, for example, the faster they deteriorate. So it really is about revitalizing them as quickly as we can. And the unit provides for lovely walking spaces, and the rooms are large and they're equipped with furnishings that will accommodate.
I was there last year. It's a lovely evening. It's definitely worth the price of admission. Tell us what we can look forward to.
Well, again, so we're at Biagio's Italian Kitchen, little venue. We've got a private room in the basement, so it's a private bar setting, private food brought in as well. Mike, the owner there, has been very gracious in helping us get that set up. We're going to have some music as well over the course of the evening, and as I said, some stories from folks who have been part of the hospital's narrative over the years. It's not a long commitment. Most people stay for about an hour and a half, but in that time, they get touched, and it's a wonderful opportunity. You can learn more by going to our website, Bay Ward Live. Click on the banner link, and you can read all about the event there.
Yeah.
Or just drop by Biagio's. They'd love to see you. They'd love to have you have dinner in advance of the event, and they can sell you a ticket there as well.
It's a lot of fun, and congratulations on opening up this new wing. So it's opening on the 14th, but it's not accessible until?
That's correct. So we'll be doing our grand opening on the 14th, and we expect to be receiving patients in November. So we're still a month and a bit away. And from a fundraising perspective, the community was tasked with $3 million. We're close to our goal, but we're not there yet. So we really appreciate this kind of support. It will help get us to goal.
Well, Melanie, thank you so much for everything you've done, especially for our aging population. And it's a great hospital. I actually have a lot of nice memories in that hospital. So my nephews were born there. So.
Yeah, it's my hospital. And I think back to when my mom was a patient there about 8 years ago, and we didn't have the unit, and the hospital couldn't accommodate her needs at the time because we didn't. And fast forward, she would have been able to have been taken care of. It's a good news story.
Thank you. And Mark, you are an exceptional human being. I just have to say that. He's always there anytime I need him. Mark Taylor, Deputy Mayor of Ottawa, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks very much, Dylan.
More information, of course, as Mark was saying, baywardlive.ca. More to come on Daytime.